I have 7 things that are going to help you be more successful in 2024 as a DoorDasher. So the first thing on my list is a simple one. Stop listening to content creators. Why? My market is different than your market. That's different than their market. Only you know your market. Build some rapport with your other dashers. Find out where the long wait times are. Who has the best parking? Who is crappy? Places never to go. Get some info so you can be informed. This way you can make the right decision when those orders start coming through. In 2024, the algorithm is changing. The old strategy of dollars versus miles is out the door.
If you get a lot of orders that you're on the fence about, please zoom in on the map and see where you're going, how long it's going to take you, if it's an apartment complex, if it's a hospital, or if it's just somebody's house. I'm more apt to deliver something that's on the fence just to somebody's house, just because it's a drive up, drop off, and leave. No elevators involved.
There's been the great debate about by the order or by time. Which is right for you in your market? See, for me, I did this study and I figured out that for me, it makes more sense by the order, not by time. And I'll tell you why.
Active time? Well, active time is the time that you accept an order, go to a place, pick up your food, and deliver it. That's your active time. You're not paid for the time to drive back to where you started. So you really need to be mindful of where you are and where you're going to end up. For me, it doesn't make any sense. If I drove to Leave, it's 23 miles. Even if with the Dasher pay and a good tip, it's probably about $15. And the time it takes me to drive back and to get another order, it's not worth it for me. So let me know if this is something you're doing. Are you doing by the hour, and does it work for you? I would love to know.
Now, when does by the hour make sense? From everything that I've read, if you're in an urban area, if there are a lot of apartment buildings, hospitals, and things like that, where you're going up and down elevators, going through buildings that take a long time to deliver, by the hour might actually be better for you. Legit, find a parking spot. You have to go up in the elevator, find the apartment, deliver the food, and then go back down to your car. So by the time you've done all that, by the hour might actually make sense to you if you are in a dense city area. The third thing on the list is knowing when to blacklist a restaurant. If a restaurant has terrible parking, if you have long wait times, if you can never get anybody's attention, if you're invisible, maybe it's time to blacklist a restaurant. And I mean not for like ever, I mean for like 30 days, and then maybe give them a try. In my eyes, you're doing them a service. You're taking their food to the customer for them. You're making the restaurant money. You're also providing a service to your customer. Now, if you're getting ignored, if there's long wait times, that tells me that the restaurant doesn't value you. Remember your value. If a restaurant ignores you, if they have long wait times, you can't get anybody's attention, they don't have any dedicated parking, you're doing a disservice to yourself, your customer who's waiting for their food, and the restaurant owner who probably doesn't know this is happening. So it's a fail for everyone. If this is happening, just blacklist the restaurant, give it 30 days, try it again. In 2024, things are going to be evolving and changing. The algorithm's changing. We've seen a lot of new things come around. We've seen unassigned with no penalty. We have seen wait time pay. We've seen by the hour. So these are all things that came about last year. So this year, I think we're going to be filled with some new opportunities. So please be patient. As a Dasher, try and roll with it. When you go to restaurants, try to build some rapport with the employees. When they're happy to see you, they're more likely to give you some priority. I walk into some places, they know me, they greet me, they tell me if my order's ready, if it's waiting. We're all on the same team here. Just remember that we are all on the same team. No tip, no trip. We all know the phrase, right? Remember, the algorithm's changed to 2024. So no tip, no trip is sometimes, not always. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, take a $3 order if it's a mile or less, but not too many. Maybe 1 an hour, maybe 2 if it's in your slow time. What this does is it actually triggers the algorithm. It gives you a greater chance of actually getting a double. especially if you're going to a fast food restaurant. Remember, fast food is your bread and butter. McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, that's your bread and butter. If you pick up a no-tip order from those restaurants, you are more likely to get an add-on than if you're going to a different restaurant. One of the last things I want to leave you with for 2024 is some reverse thinking. What do I mean by that? If you're a DoorDasher, you've always been taught dollars to miles. What I mean by this is you might make $7 1 hour, $40 the next hour, $20 the next hour after that. What you need to be looking at is the total for the day, total miles for the day. Now, if your miles are high compared to your pay, that's when you start tweaking your criteria for acceptance to get those miles down a bit. So I'm going to be doing a weekly gig. I'm going to be doing a podcast, if you will. I'm going to call it The Back of the House. I'm going to attach it to my YouTube channel. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about things like building rapport, talking to other drivers, things that maybe you don't know, or things that you should know that you don't think about when you're out delivering. I really hope I get better at this.